What does self-mastery having to do with having the board thinking for themselves? So I'm sure you'll agree that having your board think for themselves is probably a good idea. If you're somebody who doesn't want your board to think for themselves, then I'm probably not a useful person in your sphere, because I will encourage you to encourage your board to think for themselves, because that way they can bring much more creativity to bear in response to whatever situations and whatever objectives and vision you may have for your particular project, your particular endeavour. I actually wrote this ebook back in when we had the crash back in 2008, and at the time there were all sorts of articles in the mainstream about Lehman Brothers board being too weak to stop their CEO from going mad and making some stupid decisions. There's a little bit of a paraphrase, and you may not agree, but that was a good example of a weak board really not doing its job, which was to some extent actually keep an eye on their CEO. So if you're the CEO, you may not want your board to keep your eye on you, but I'd highly recommend that you do let them do that, because if you're visionary and creative and out there and risk taking, you're going to want some grounding and some earthing alongside that. And if you're not, if you're already a very grounded, pragmatic leader, you're going to want people on your board who've got that flair and imagination and initiative and innovative spirit. And if you're already a perfectly balanced leader, then congratulations to you, kudos. And you're going to want people on the board who can meet you in that place, and can think for themselves, and can actually express different ideas, and can handle disagreement. So what's self-mastery got to do with all of this? Well, one of the benefits of self-mastery is self-knowledge. And with self-knowledge comes the ability to hold a position, and also to allow other people to hold a different position, because you're confident enough and grounded enough in your own truth, if you like, in your own position and in your own principles and values, that you can hear what other people have to say without feeling completely undone by it, without feeling knocked by it. It means that you can engage in a robust and interesting and intelligent dialogue with people, and through that you can then reach much more creative and intuitive and intelligent outcomes and decisions. So yes, self-mastery really does help if you want to have a free-thinking board, and I'm saying that having a free-thinking board is a good idea, providing people aren't just running amok. But again, you see, if you're a powerful leader, you're going to be able to discriminate between people running amok and people who are free thinking and expressing themselves in a creative fashion. And being able to distinguish between those two things is in and of itself a pretty wonderful thing to be able to do.